Hello there. My name's Kathy Newman of Amazing Life Balance, and I'm a natural health and well-being practitioner and coach. Today I'm going to be talking to you about stress. I think it's one of the biggest things going on at the moment. In fact, I think it's probably a pandemic all by itself. And I want to sort of chat a little bit about what it means, how it feels, and give you some tools at the end on how to help yourself with stress. So let's start at the beginning. Let me get myself comfortable. I'm a clinical aromatherapist. I'm a Reiki master. I'm a reconnective healing practitioner, and I have a chronic pain clinic too. And I teach people how to detox their life. And what that means is to detox from things that could be creating the chronic pain, the stress, the anxiety, illness and disease, sleep issues, addictions. The list is endless. So it's being able to let go of those things that are causing us to have this stress. So that's what I do predominantly, because we all deserve freedom, and it's freedom from all of those things, okay? Because apart from anything else, the emotion of stress and anxiety and fear are all exactly the same energy. So sometimes we don't even know, is it stress? Is it a little bit of anxiety? Is it just a bit of fear? And again, we don't necessarily know whether it's the thing that's caused it in that moment, or is it something else from way back? Again, it's difficult to know until you start to work through it, which is why I do coaching. So, like I said, I feel like stress is probably a pandemic on its own right now. And, have you ever sat and actually analysed that feeling or that emotion? Have you been comfortable enough to just stop and just sit with yourself for a little while and just sense what that feeling is? You'd be amazed how when you do that, because your body is telling you, your body is answering you. Every time something happens, your body tells you. And sometimes that anxiety, that stress you're feeling in the moment, if you sat with it for a little while to see what the problem was that started it off, you can work through it, and it wouldn't get out of control, where perhaps you could lose your temper or shout at somebody or give yourself a headache, or feel sick, So it's being able to feel comfortable enough to be able to sit with the stress and work out what it means for you. So we know that long-term stress affects the body, and it affects aging. So it affects the mind, it affects the body. And you don't want to stay in that continual stress. A small amount of stress is okay, because that gets you out of bed, it gets you doing stuff, it makes you better yourself. We all have to go through fears and things in life because it makes us who we are today. So those things are important. But if you're in a state of stress all the time, in every moment, then that's going to have a knock-on to your immunity. And, it will affect your inflammation in the body, and you get illness and disease. And this is why it's really important that you do something about it. Don't keep hoping it'll go away. That's what I'm here to do, to help support you, and there are tools to do that. So I predominantly work with women, because we are usually the ones that are the caregivers. We're the ones that help our children. We are doing the food. We are, we've got the diary for everything in life going on, haven't we? We're great at that. But what we do is we're caregivers to everybody. But guess who we're not caregivers to? Us, to ourselves. because it's too uncomfortable. Half the time we don't want to look at ourselves, we want to help everyone else. But there's a point at which you run out of energy. And the other thing you have to recognize, when you have children too, and it doesn't matter whether they're very young or as they get older, I mean, mine have all left home, but actually if I'm not in a good place and I'm not happy and I feel stressed, I notice it has a knock on to them too. So it might not even be their stress. We're all gigantic bundles of energy, and kids pick up on it really easily, and the younger they are, the easier they will pick it up. And they won't know why. They won't know why they feel the way they do. And it's usually because when we're like that, when we feel stressed, they will feel stressed. So as you work on yourself to release that stress and know you don't need to hold on to it and you can be free, then that happens to them as well. And they will cope better, and they will learn from you how to cope better with stress. So what we do is we have to bring mind, body and soul back into balance, because when you bring it back into balance, what you find is you create this lovely homeostasis in your body, which means you can heal better in a natural way. Your body can heal brilliantly if we give it and nourish it and nurture it the best things that we can. So what we have to do is look around us. Do we nourish ourselves with non-toxic food? Do we nourish ourselves with inspiring books and programs? When we are doing our cleaning, are we using toxic-free household products? When we've had a shower or bath, are we putting non-toxic skincare on our bodies? Are we putting non-toxic makeup on? Do you know what happens to your body when you put those toxins around you? You get brain inflammation. I'm not going to undersell this because this is life-changing stuff. I know because I had to look at it because I have fibromyalgia and I had stress and I had anxiety and depression. So, it's really, really important that those things are looked at if you really want to get to the bottom of all of this. Supplements. If you're taking supplements, they need to be pure supplements with all the vitamins in, not with fillers in. You do not want to do cheap stuff because you're not getting what you need. So it's a holistic approach. Okay? If you're interested in finding out what are in your products, go to the Think Dirty app. I recommend it to everybody. It is a serious eye-opener. And if you want to talk about any of those things, I'm here to support you. If you go to my Amazing Life Balance page on Instagram or on Facebook, then you'll see there the information. It is life-changing. It's changed my life totally. And it is so easy to do and cheaper than what you're doing now, I promise you. Right, so let's go back to where we were. So we're giant bundles of energy and everything around us is energy. So if you've got toxic people in your life and you don't want them there anymore, then this is you giving back to yourself. This is where you have to get rid of those things out of your life. So that's the household products, the people that are not nourishing you, the job that may not be nourishing you. Now is the time for change. More so than at any other time, this is the time for change in a good and exciting way because you're worth it. Because you are beautiful. And because this is what we were put here for. You have to love your life and you have to love who you are. And as you do that, things will change. What's going on the inside will show up on the outside in your life, I promise you. It's life-changing. And these are the easy techniques. So I'm going to just quickly go through them. So you've got 2 different techniques that I use all the time. And that's one is a visualization. Now, what's I think so beautiful, the one I always use, and maybe, you could do the same, is that you put yourself into this beautiful space and you just close your eyes and you can take yourself onto a beach as a child. So you go down to the beach, you go down onto the beach and you walk down to the water and you stand just where the water starts to lap up onto your feet, and you can feel the cold of the sea. And as you're standing there, you're sinking into the sand. You can hear the seagulls. Perhaps you can hear other people in the distance playing. And you can smell the salt in the air. And you can hear the sound of the sea lapping up onto the sand. And you can feel the sun, the warmth of the sun on your face. And it feels beautiful. Now that could be your visualization for keeping you or putting you in that lovely state of calm. And you can do that for as long as you need. You can do it in a moment, or you can do it in 5-10 minutes. And it takes you into that beautiful place of gratitude. And that time when you felt so happy. And you can do exactly the same. If you're not very good at visualization, then you can just put your hand over your heart. Again, you close your eyes, because that takes you within. So you don't have to focus on anything on the outside. And when you put your hands on your heart, you've got to focus. And then you start to take big, long, deep breaths into your heart. And as you start to do this, and you can count to 4, just quietly, everything is slowed down. Everything is calm. You can do this you can even do this in a panic attack or an anxiety attack. You can just slow your breathing right down, focus into your heart. And as you do that, bring in a feeling of gratitude for whatever it is. It could be your home, your car, your health, whatever it is for you, even your kids, anything. You bring that into your heart and you just keep that breath going slow and deep into your heart. And you can do that for a minute, you can do it for 2 minutes, you can do it for as long as you need. But that is your time. No disturbances. Go somewhere where you cannot be disturbed. And that's your time. And as you do that, you'll find your heart and your brain start to go into balance. So they start to go into coherence. And as they go into coherence, that is when you make your best decisions. It's when your body goes into healing. And the more times you can do that in a day, the better you are. And you are retraining your brain not to get caught up in the drama. So the stress starts to ease away. And your body will benefit, you will benefit, your family will start to benefit. So nurture you first. Now, if you want to find out more of the things that you can do, if you want to perhaps have I do spinal energy massage using different oils up the spine. It's very, very gentle, and it's like having a sedative. It is the most calming experience. It's great if you've got chronic pain. It helps with inflammation, which most of us have, and it puts you into a state of calm if you find it difficult to do it yourself. So do get in touch with me. It would be lovely to talk. Let me support you on your journey to empowering you to this better life. All right, it's been lovely. You take care, and I will speak to you soon. Have a lovely day.